Hello friends, welcome to the Legion Raid Detailed Guide series featuring BRELSHAZA. BRELSHAZA is a raid where you can enter at item level 1490, and per 2 gates the item level requirement increases to 1500 and 1520. I also want to give out a shout out to Mobalytics for helping me edit this video. They're also providing the written part of this guide, so if you want to check into details or use the cheat sheets, check the link out below in the descriptions. This guide will cover BRELSHAZA Gate 2. Let's get to it right away. BRELSHAZA Gate 2 divides your party in 2 groups, just like Argos Phase 2 or Vikis at Gate 1. A group of 7 members will fight a giant head boss outside, while a chosen 1 player will fight the true boss, the main body. The outside players can drop the head's boss's HP bar to 0, but it will constantly revive. Every time you knock the head's HP down to 0, the main body boss inside does get staggered briefly. At the start of the fight, if you stagger the head boss outside, he will emit a yellow laser targeting a random player. Anyone can intercept this laser to decide who is going to go in. When the player goes inside the body's boss room, the stagger bar will be locked up. To stagger the outside head boss again, the inside player will need to either die or exit the boss room in order to activate the stagger bar again. You can enter inside total 3 times. If the third person dies inside, or the player exits the room for the 3rd time, it's an automatic wipe. The outside mechanic is dependent on the inside body's HP lines. Raid members outside will need to execute mechanics and kill additional mobs to help the inside player. If the inside player kills the body, the head's immortality buff will be deleted, hence ending the fight. This guide will cover both outside and inside plays. The inside fight will be listed at the back of the video. As for battle items, I recommend Whirlwind Grenade and Time Stop Potion. Inside players recommended to have CC battle items like Sleep Bombs, Flash Grenades, and Frost Grenades with Time Stop as a must. As for Sidereals, majority of the time, the inside player uses it to increase clear possibility. However, Balthor can also be used outside to skip major mechanics if wanted. But we recommend to give Raid Leader to whoever is going inside to battle PROKEL, the body boss. Let's go over the head boss outside. First of all, the head boss spawns various ads, and each ads have special attributes. These ads give the raid team a huge problem. It's a good idea to give special roles to some members to primarily take care of ads if you have problems with it. Ad 1, just a trash mob with no special attacks. But if 30 of them exist in the map, it's an immediate wipe. The head boss also buffs these trash mobs every 40 seconds, and you can tell by the mobs glowing red. If you kill 25 of these red buff trash mobs, you can send in Phantasm Ether to the inside player. If the inside player picked this buff up, they're invincible for a brief period of time. Ad number 2, Phantasm Disciple, Black Wizard Mob. It has a high HP and often spawns pools under your feet that will root you as well. Ad number 3, Phantasm Summoner, or just the white mob. Stagger is required for this ad. If you get too close, it will channel a stagger. If you fail the stagger, nearest player will get mind controlled. You won't die from the mind control itself unless attacked by teammates. Ad number 4, Phantasm Basilia. Upon spawn, random person will get a debuff. Only the player with the debuff can kill the mob. The ad will cast a large radius Medusa periodically. It's not vital, but very annoying. Major mechanic starts when inside boss passes 130 lines. The head will teleport to the middle. First, it will spawn diamond cards shaped towards at 11, 1, and 6 o'clock. Then the boss will spawn 3 orange orbs. They're aggro to the nearest player upon spawning. If you take the orange orb, you will gain 2 stacks of debuff. The diamond cards will fire projectiles periodically in a pattern. Getting hit by this will remove 1 stack from the orange ball debuff. Hence, the buff is going to be removed if you get hit by 2 of the projectiles. 3 players with the orange debuff will need to be near the diamond cards to remove the diamond card. And additionally, these diamond cards also spawn additional orange orbs. So you can wait for the diamond cards to spawn additional orange orbs if you happen to lose some of them. This is not a wipe mechanic on normal, but on hard mode, you must wipe out all the diamond cards or they will explode to cause a wipe. So since this guide is for normal BRELSHAZA Gate 2, you guys don't need to worry about the cards too much, but it might be really good to practice normal mode so that you can actually do the mechanic on hard mode as well. Second major mechanic will start when the inside boss's HP line past 110. Boss will teleport to the middle again and give 2 red or blue pool telegraphs to random players. These 2 initial telegraph pools cannot be close together or they will get deleted. Boss will after spawn series of purple projectiles from the center. If the player with the color pool eats this purple projectile, they will get killed immediately. If the non-color pool players eats the purple orb, you can identify your assigned color. Everyone will then need to group up with the corresponding colors to avoid the kill damage. Korean pugs tend to utilize 6 o'clock due to the better vision advantage. Third mechanic will start when the inside boss passes 85 lines. The boss will teleport to the middle again and start a stagger bar with an outside save, then inside save explosion. If you succeed the stagger, 4 random orbs will spawn at the plus sign of the map. Each orbs will require different mechanics: multi-hit, stagger, damage, and special laser requirement, which is a black orb. There will be a marked player with a target symbol above their head. The boss head will charge, then fire a dark laser towards the targeted player afterwards. The player will need to make that laser hit the black orb to get it destroyed. If you're having trouble determining when the dark laser is fired, pay attention to the debuff bar. When the debuff timer disappears, you can use your spacebar to dash away just in time. And you can also see the target mark above your head getting removed to use your spacebar to get away as well. If any of the 4 orbs fail to get destroyed, there will be a wipe. Usually pugs position ×3 of their party name to equally take care of all orbs at once. It is also important to go help other positions if yours is done quickly. If this particular pattern is troublesome, there's an option where you can use Balthor to skip the whole mechanic by using it on the stagger phase. However, this also means inside player will have a harder time fighting the boss. The fourth mechanic will start when inside boss HP passes 45 lines. The boss will teleport to the middle again and spawn 4 red orbs on the plus sections of the map. These red orbs will spawn a little angled away, like 5 or 7 o'clock, so identify the positions very quickly. If you observe the red orb, you will notice green spear icons above it. They indicate how many people can fit inside the shield. If there are no indicators, the shield is for only 1 person. Rooms vary from 1 to 3 total rooms available. You will need to damage these shields to open them, and then you will need to go inside to avoid the kill damage that the boss is going to do afterwards. The combination of these identifiers will always be total 7 rooms altogether. Since this does not include an extra room for the inside player fighting the body, if the inside player happens to come out outside this mechanic, 1 person will face inevitable funny death. If you happen to be a support, any battle item can open these shields very easily, so feel free to utilize them. And the boss's projectile bombs at this mechanic hurts a lot, so you must avoid using long animation skills. Fifth mechanic will start when inside boss passes 40 lines, usually right after 4 red orbs mechanic. The head boss will spawn Phantasm Knight. If this knight is alive, the inside part of the stage will be blinded. Since this significantly increases the difficulty of the inside battle, and the knight being much tankier than you think, it is very important for all DPS players to focus on this knight immediately. With that, this concludes the outside player's responsibility. Now it is up to the inside player to succeed killing the body to finish the gate. Lastly, if an inside party member dies, the map will also create fogs on the outside ring that will gradually get bigger. It is advisable to exit manually, then dying inside playing reckless, because this fogs will darken everyone's vision if you are close to it. Let's quickly go over the normal patterns of the outside head boss. Generally, most of the patterns have huge telegraphs and it's very slow. Because of it, it actually does a lot of damage. It is crucial to not be reckless with DPS because people often die from combination of attacks when players miss a false spacebar. Poison pool. Really important to keep an eye on this or the fights will be very chaotic. The boss will sometimes channel an attack to place a poison cloud under your feet. You can check the timing on your debuff bar, how long the poison cloud will last. Don't get near any other players with the same debuff because the cloud itself will do damage anyone near it. After the timer is finished, you will place a poison pool under your feet. Make sure to place them at the far side because it is hard to recognize it and it will do a lot of damage to the players on top. Dash and poison flames. Sometimes boss will dash and leave a track of poison flames. They're usually harder to identify, so make sure to focus on checking the poison flame trails when you recognize the boss dashing somewhere to avoid unnecessary damage applied to you. Jump. Boss will jump to a random player. It will either jump twice or jump to a whirlwind. Be careful because this whirlwind attack does insane amount of damage. If the boss happens to have a stagger bar, you can tell the combo is going to be the whirlwind if the stagger bar is not decreasing upon your attack. Explosion, then poison pool. He will create an explosion around them and create a pool telegraphs under everyone's feet. This has a very long animation, so you can identify it very easily. 3 types of teleports. Boss can disappear and appear at a random point in the map. You can see the minimap to identify the position. Afterwards, he'll either use Mana Burn Laser, Mana Burn Breath, Layered Ring Explosion 4 times, where yellow spots are going to be safe for this case. Note that all of the teleport patterns can also happen as a normal pattern with shorter animations. And we have dangerous 2 types of center teleports. This pattern often appears like Cuckoo's HP invert spells. The boss's head will either use series of rectangle waves going across the map. This is simple to dodge. But the other one, he will fire a series of purple orbs with slowly falling large orbs as well. Most pugs die to this, so be careful and utilize time stop if needed. Now let's talk about the true boss at the inside stage, PROKEL. You'll need to know that PROKEL has 2 phases, PvE mode and PvP mode. Also, unlike the Korean release, the global release has high chance to get a practice mode, like you guys receiving Mario practice mode in Trickster. So if you guys are interested in this PROKEL fight, there's always a practice stage waiting for you in Trickster. Getting back to the guide, boss will start at PvE mode, and you can identify this looking at the boss's UI. The boss's patterns change a little based on what fighting mode he's on. When the boss is on PvP mode, you can paralyze or CC him with any CC skills or CC battle items. You will consistently be applied with a debuff that will stack indefinitely. And this around 10 stacks will have PROKEL's damage kill you in 1 or 2 regular hits. There are another form of defense down debuff if you get hit by PROKEL's special attacks too. So it is important to reset the stack by going outside manually. If the outside players take down the head boss, the inside body will be staggered and open a gate to go outside at 12 o'clock position. You can press G to go outside. Just remember that you can enter this inside stage 3 times total. You want to take sleep bombs and time stop. Your third slot can be either dark, frost, flash, and clay grenade. You can utilize the CC grenades and bombs to stun the boss. Dark grenade provides additional damage if your class already has built-in CC skills. Clay grenade is often used in Brel normal to slow PROKEL's animation down during PvP mode. It is great to use to get used to the normal patterns. PROKEL does not have any special mechanics. It's a simple PvP style duel with the boss. So we will go over majority of the normal patterns. Kick / thrust. PROKEL will kick, slash, then thrust. PvE mode will not track you during the combo, but in PvP mode, the combo will consistently be aimed to you, so it is important to focus on dodging this pattern first during PvP mode. Blood pool. PROKEL will channel and create many small random blood pools that can actually knock you up. This is a great DPS timing for ranged DPS. Playful Trickster. Just like Fizz's E in League of Legends, boss will get on top of his spear and strike a pose, then jump down to slam the ground in a cone shape. This will stun you if you get hit. Afterwards, a combination of slashes will happen. In PvP, this slashing combo will be readjusted once, so you must watch out. Spear, aim, and throw. He will pull out numerous spears and aim each one to you. Just like Deskaluda lasers, control your movement to mislead the throws first. Pizza. PROKEL will do 3 series of pizza explosions. Ground slam. PROKEL will slam the ground, leaving DOT damage pools. He can randomly do this twice or even 3 times. Grab. PROKEL will pull out a spear and disappear. He will then appear behind you, try to grab. The motion is very long, so you can utilize your spacebar to dodge the grab. You can also hog the wall to utilize creep block. Generally, if you spacebar towards him, you dodge most of the time as well. If you get grabbed, the additional cone attack will apply a defense shredded buff, so make sure you utilize your safe ball spacebar if you happen to get grabbed. Flash step slash. PROKEL will pull out purple daggers and disappear, then reappear to hit your vital points. You'll get stunned each hit. Cone laser. PROKEL will gather his energy and fire a large cone-shaped laser. He will get pushed backwards while doing this. A free DPS pattern if you stand behind him. 270-degree ground smash. PROKEL will slash his sword twice, then smash the ground 270 degrees in front of him. This is a very easy pattern to DPS right behind them the whole time. This covers normal patterns. Let's go over some critical patterns that you need to know as well. Blue energy channeling. PROKEL will channel his blue energy. He will then smash the ground after about 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. You will need to utilize your iframe or CC immune skills to avoid being frozen. This pattern does not have high damage, but it can be continued to another attack, so it's a very dangerous attack. Yellow energy channeling. PROKEL will channel his yellow energy. You'll need to stagger him. If you fail to do so, he will heal 9 bars. Stagger requirement is very low, so it is important to use your stagger skills quickly. Lightning sword attack. Just like Zenitsu from Demon Slayers, PROKEL will strike a pose and dash across at extremely fast speed. He can do this attack up to 3 times. At a rare occasion, he will use this attack in the earlier phases. This attack's damage is extremely high, where most on-eye level characters die here in one hit. Not only the slash, but his sword will also leave a DOT wave beside him. Safe spot is to stay away from the sword. Red Paralyzing Stab, a very dangerous swipe attack. PROKEL will pose and create multiple clones of him with electric sound effects. He will then dash once and 2 times if he is at his second PvP phase. If you get hit by his dash attack, it won't damage as much, but it will paralyze you. This paralyze lasts very long. When the boss recognizes that you're paralyzed, he will initiate a combo slash attack that splits the screen. Most classes are dead if you get hit by this attack. You will need to utilize your iframes or special CC debuff immune skills like Counter Gunlance from Gunlancer to avoid this paralysis attack. I would just recommend to use Time Stop here. Instant Kill Spear Attack. PROKEL will track you and will slash his dagger 3 to 4 times. Then he will throw a spear to perform a map-wide slash attack. This attack does kill damage for most classes. You will need to CC it to avoid it or use Time Stop at the last spear hit. These last 3 skills are considered wipe mechanics due to its extreme damage. These patterns will only appear during PvP mode, so again, utilize your CC skills as much as you can to avoid these patterns killing you. Additionally, when PROKEL's HP reaches 42 to 40 lines, the map will darken and the boss will disappear. It is important to stick close to the boss because he will appear in low opacity if you stay near him. You can also notice his purple footsteps to know his whereabouts to CC him to pass the time safely. CC is often used to avoid critical patterns like lightning slash or red paralyzing stabs, or critical spear attacks. If you also happen to keep your distance away from the boss will do a special channeling. If he succeeds this channel, he will create a clone of himself that does the same damage but a little bit less HP. So it is important to stay near him at all times during the fight. For Sidereal's usage, the easiest way to land your Thyrane is to use it when PROKEL is stunned by the outside party's efforts. Also, it is an easy Sidereal land during when he changes phases from PvE to PvP and back. Thyrane cannot be landed most of the time except during those easy timings. PROKEL usually teleports to dodge the second wave attack from Thyrane. If the Sidereal is full for a while and you can't wait until he gets stunned, using a Zena is a good idea. She has less damage, but except untargetable patterns like the pizza, it will land most of the time. With that, this concludes Gate 2 Guide of BRELSHAZA. BRELSHAZA Legion raid is very long with 6 gates. Since reward points are saved per 2 gates, feel free to take a break anytime to avoid unnecessary pressure. As always, thank you everyone, and good luck. Bye!